see you again. And more than observing nice these days. You treat you well. For me, I'm just doing the same thing. So I'm going to hello lady now. Are you confused?
That is not what we talked about.
Or more than that, it's a love for sensitivity when I used to. And leave them. Hey, Robin.
Hey.
I said I was going to surprise you, so that's it.
You did. You gave me a little serenade.
Yeah, a little serenade.
Hey.
I faked you out with the T.I. thing.
I did. I was ready to do the booty bounce, and you done. I was taken aback.
Even though my lips didn't match,
At all.
Yeah, I was trying to lip sync, but it was a surprise for me too. So at the same time, what's going on, Robin?
Hey.
How was your week?
You know what? Actually, my week was pretty good.
Oh, I'm sorry. For those who don't know, this is the podcast, The Beauty and the Comedian. My beauty, Robin D. Jones.
Hey,
and
y'all.
I am the comedian Sean Sarvis. So yeah, so your week was good. Your week.
It was like this weekend was like one of the first times that I got back with a group of my girlfriends. Like we thought we was going to a bonfire, but it was really a campfire.
Okay.
But I mean, it was just the best time, us outside chilling. And I want to say we would celebrate my girl Marcia. It is her 50th birthday this week, yesterday. So I had to give a shout out to her, but had a really good time. What about you? How was your week so far?
My week was good. I took a stroll down to Virginia Beach yesterday, to get some rest and relaxation. Went to a soul food, not soul food, a seafood house, Captain George's. And I'm particular eating buffet since it's COVID, because the COVID can get inside the buffet.
In the buffet.
Yeah. So my friend just jazzed up, saying, you can eat from the buffet. I was really, really skeptical, but I came back today on the road and everything. So everything is everything.
All right. Well, glad you're here.
This dude offered me a $30 show.
Wait a minute. Say that again.
This dude offered me a $30 show yesterday. I said, no, I'm not on crack. It's a
he offered to pay.
Huh?
He wanted to pay you
$30. $30. I said, man, this pandemic is people turn this pandemic to crack addicts. I'm not crack addict. What is wrong with you? $30? Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So anyway, our topics for the night is when is it too much flirting? When is it too much flirting? The other topic is dating. Would you date or dating in the workplace? That's going to be interesting.
Okay.
And also, should couples have one joint bank account? Yeah. So that's going to be heavy. So Robert, what is too much flirting? Tell me what is too much flirting.
And I think that flirting, and we Sean and I really don't talk about topics when we come on the show. This is
right.
It's free will. So you know what? I mean, I think that flirting is healthy. Like I see my friends that are married, they flirt, and I think it's fun. I think it's cute. People see that they're married. It's good to feel like you're still attractive. Um, but I think that everybody can flirt except my man.
Right. That's what I was going to say. Flirting is healthy until it's your man or your woman and they get choked. Yeah.
Yeah, like he's the only one not allowed to flirt. Cause I'm like, and you know what though? My thing is, it's not him, it's the other people. That's the problem. It's never them, it's the other people and how far they take it and what do they really want from. And when you got a good man, you're like,
Well, the thing about it is, okay, in your camp, you already know what you have. If you're in a relationship, you already know what you have. So the other person,
absolutely.
They don't know. So they flirting back. They think it's a potential to stop them. It's like, no, I'm flirting with you. And so it's kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of like confusing to one person because flirting can alter stuff. Like the thing about it is, like I remember back in the day, flirting is to a whole nother level in 2020. I remember
absolutely.
back in the day, it could be a wink. Hey, I don't know what I had to blink with.
That was you flirting?
Yeah, that was me flirting back in the day. That was like 70s, 80s flirts.
Okay.
Now flirting goes. Well, I know how guys flirt. If you're pretty, if you got a big butt, if you showing some cleavage or whatever, hey, they were like, hey, let me help you with that.
And it ain't the bag. It ain't the bag they helping you.
Yeah. They're like, hey, let me help you with that. Is everything okay? Is everything all right? Look, the overweight, unattractive people, they hurry and they carry along and stuff. So they like forget them. Hey, the person carrying a little bag. Hey, let me help you with that. Let me do so. So that's where flirting is. But I think flirting. I think a minimum flirting is good. I don't suggest you to flirt on social media though. We talked about that last week. You inboxing and everything. People can kind of get the wrong, get the wrong intentions about flirting. But if you like, hey, Mister, how you doing? Out in the street, your UPS man or your FedEx person or whatever that you don't.
Mr. Brown.
Huh? Yeah.
Nothing like Mr. Brown now.
Yeah. So, but that's what you call the UPS man, Mr. Brown.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You know what, Mr. Brown? I'm thinking about off of
Medea.
Yeah, Mr. Brown. I'm like, what in the world? But like a mail carrier. Now, like with me, some might say I will flirt because I just have a personality. I love people. I'm the only child, so a lot of times I'm by myself. But when people come into my circle, I automatically just get chatty. So I might say I was riding an elevator last night. So it was this woman that was getting off work. So I was like, hey, how you doing? So she was like, fine. I was like, she was like, I just got off. I said, so what you drinking tonight? So she said, I got a drink right up under my bed. So I'm gonna do this at the yeah. So so that's all in fun. So like if a person that was with me took that the wrong way, it's like, no, I'm just having fun with it. I am an extrovert.
They can't flirt, but you can because you're an extrovert that
as long as I think that your man can flirt. I think your man can flirt as long as you don't see it. Would that be correct? No, she getting a tight face, man. If you don't see it, then it's okay. That's like you can flirt and he don't see it. You respecting each other. One time I went to I never forget. I went to TGIF Fridays up in Greenbelt, and it was me. It was this dude, and he had this lady with him. And so I was already married. So I walked in the door. This waitress comes up. She has some beautiful eyes. She did. She has some beautiful eyes. He goes, oh, you have the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen. His lady was right there. So I'm like, I covered my head. You was going to get whacked, but she never said anything. And to me, I thought that was disrespectful. I can say that if my woman is not around and don't mean nothing by it, But if you just like, God dang, man, woo, wait, mm, mm. In front of your lady, that could be that could turn
Borderline.
yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm the kind of person that I think sometimes I just want to know too much because I be like, oh, how was it when you go out? Did you get numbers, or did you see? I ask.
Okay, getting numbers, that's not flirting. That's trying
That's
to
too much.
hook up.
That's
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
And but then I talk to but see, sometimes like when you were talking, there's like an unintentional flirting, like what you were saying when you was doing it in the so if you're doing the small talk and move on like what you did in the elevator, that's good. When y'all keep going on all night and then y'all got drinks flowing in front of y'all, that's a problem.
That's something totally. I think touch and go is good because you can kind of disguise. I mean, I don't think it's flirting. I just think it's more of communicating.
Communicating in a overly friendly way.
Well, just take what I did last night. That was an overly friendly way, but it wasn't no like, let me see your breast. No, it was never like that.
Right.
Or
Oh,
what's your shoe? Or what's your shoe size? It was nothing like that. It was just like touch and go. So after I got off the elevator, that woman went left. I went right, and that was it. It was Plus she was old. She was really really old. So I don't know, but maybe if the person was there, they'd be like, well, you know what, that person can't beat my taste or whatever. I don't know.
But men always, men don't care. I mean, there are some people that just
Some
don't
men,
care. That I
some
mean, I
men.
changed it, I changed it, I changed it, I changed it. They don't care. So even when you say it, they still keep going in, trying to get to know you, trying to
Yeah, but
too
you could say what I did in the opening was flirting with you.
was it?
Yeah, well, you could say it. It's not true,
You
but
were serenading me.
yeah, I was what?
You were serenading me. And it made me feel good. I guess that is flirting. You made me
Funny.
feel good. It's how
You
you
was
give the
serenading
person
me. You was
the
you was serenading me.
food.
That is funny as all of
So
what.
vulnerable, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, you would have said two and hot dog.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you
yeah,
go.
uh-huh.
There you go. I think people make me say words just to they put a sentence together.
Exactly. Exactly. But well, speaking of flirting, would you flirt at the workplace?
You know what? So it's interesting. I have seen couples, people that date and get married at my workplace, but I couldn't do that. That's too much. I don't like seeing somebody all the time like that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Like
Thank you.
being, I
It has to be a point where it is some type of break. It has to be a point where it's some type of break. Make me miss you. Don't be in my face. 24/7. You got to make me miss you. So if I work with, that's why like I okay, like I'm a comedian, so that could be
mhm.
like it's one comedian that I found attractive. It was just one. It's many female comedians, but it's one that I found that I was like, yeah, I
You
can,
gonna tell us who? No.
huh?
You gonna tell us who? No.
No, no, not at all.
Oh, okay.
Not at
You
all.
tell everything
And,
else.
we went there. But
Okay,
huh?
go ahead.
But at the same time, I'm like, no, because then you got us competing for shows, and she stole my jokes. And
She just wanted you for your joke.
right.
I'm
She stole
sorry.
my jokes,
Mhm.
and so I was like, maybe that's not, they didn't live here. They lived in where you're going. They lived in Texas, so at the same time.
My business. That's why. Wait till I find out who that person is. I'm tell your business like
You'll
you be
never
telling
find out.
mine.
You'll never
Oh,
find. Yeah, but but I thought about it. I'm like, no. I'm like, But I have dibbled and dabbled. I used to be a manager for Red Lobster. So like the waitresses and everything. I used to dibble. It was like almost like I was a pimp. And they was getting my money. Never mind. But anyway.
I would date the guy to make the biscuits. Every
You like those biscuits?
those biscuits. I like the biscuits.
Man, I couldn't stand them biscuits.
See, I like the biscuits, so I would date him. But well, and I think that is too much of a distraction. Like I really love what I do. I love working with the kids. And if somebody is there, I think I would totally be distracted. Or I've seen people at the workplace just do the most inappropriate, they find each other throughout the day, make excuses, go to the bathroom to meet up and hook up and
Oh,
all that kind
really?
of stuff. I mean, I've seen it.
Would you
So,
like to announce what school that you teach at?
really? Can't stand you right now. No, if you knew, you would announce it because I'm just like, come on.
Oh,
So, I mean, but I've seen it and I've worked in other places besides school, but I've just seen what people would do. Now, I would be like telling my boo, hey, you at work, I'm at work, let's meet for lunch, hook up, and then go back to work, our separate places. Now, that's always fun.
but I mean, but at the same time,
But we can't be
would
at the
you
same.
mind? Would you mind people knowing that you are hooking up with that person, because that could be a telltale sign when you go on the lunch together. I mean, some people are in platonic relationships that go to lunch together, and people are like, see.
Yeah, and that's the thing because people are nosy. They like to get in your business. They like to start stuff, or if they saw him out at the bar with somebody else, or they start, people are just real nosy and getting your business. So I mean, the workplace does not allow you to just have your space. It brings other people into it. So that I don't advise it, but I've seen it happen and I've seen it like positive things. I've seen people get married out of it. Like we had like in my building last year, we had 3 married couples
What?
in the building.
I need to get a substitute teaching job. What in the world?
And get you a wife.
Yeah, good God Almighty. I think, excuse me, I think that you can't help where you're going to fall in love. I
That's
think that
true.
you can't help where to fall in love, but I don't want to fall in love with my workplace. That's like like you dating your neighbor, So like you dating your neighbor live across the street or whatever, and things don't work out. Now your neighbor like who over there now?
You
I
stuck
seen that
looking
Negro.
over.
I've been with that Negro. I seen that Negro, and this and the third. So but like I said, I don't want to ever date or see anybody that is we were. I mean, I'm really a sub proprietor, so therefore, we're interchange. But I don't want to date anybody in the same field with me because, like I say, it can cause because I'm very analytical, so I just thought about some wild stuff like and this comedian, she will borrow stuff. She will borrow jokes and everything. And so
But the comedy world is like the biggest little smallest community. Like it
right.
seems like it's big, but you all definitely know each other. Y'all hang out. Y'all know how, you know your flow. They know, their
Mhm.
flow. You know your jokes. People recognize you by your punchlines and your zingers or how you come across. So if somebody else really imitates you or tries that, I can't imagine like a girl doing he had he.
Yeah. Oh my God, I ain't done that in a long time. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, I can't imagine anybody else doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But my friend Joe Recker, right?
Mhm.
He had this joke called Fat and Five, right? So it was this female comedian. She will remain nameless on the show, but she had a crush on Joe Recker, right? So I don't know what she's seen. I don't know what she thought or whatever, but she was doing six fat and six, or six and fat, and I'm like, "Hey, that's your joke?" He like, "Yeah, yeah, I need to talk to her." I said, "You done hit that or something." Something done went down or something, God rest his soul, Joe Recker. But
Oh,
at the same time, I don't want those type of problems. I,
I
I
get it.
I really don't. I really don't want those type of problems because you know
Well, I
money.
would make him write my lesson plans at night. I don't have no problem. Write my lesson plan for
Oh
me.
yeah, that's
Mm-mm.
that is funny. Yeah, that is crazy. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Have I ever fallen? Um, I had some hookups, but I never was like, I had some hookups when nobody knew what the situation was going down.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I had some hookups, so but those will blow over. Those eventually blow over, and it doesn't hurt anything when nobody knows what went down, and then you can just go on to just one, but I don't want to be that's like at my church. That's like this pastor told me. He said he don't want to see me dating anybody in the church. Now I went to a church that was thousands of members, and I said, really? I said, why? He said, well, the problem is that you and the person don't work out. Anything can happen. Y'all are human. You don't work out, and then you go to the next person. It looks like you work in the church. You
Say
know.
that again.
Okay, say if like say like me, you went to my church. Me and you.
Because you perform at
No, 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 no. Say like me and you. Yeah, because I'm a comedian. But say like me and you went to my church, and
you know we went to the same church, right?
huh?
I said, you know we went to the same church, but go ahead. A
You went
long
to
time ago.
Ebenezer?
Yeah.
I didn't know
Back
you
in
went
the
there.
day when Gregory was born and everything. But keep going, keep going, keep going.
Okay,
So
well, we went to okay, and then we broke up, and then I
uh-huh.
started messing with somebody else, right?
At
And,
Ebenezer.
yeah, it looks like I'm working the church.
Oh, yeah, you were.
No, I wasn't working the church.
You were.
I only dated one person from church. I only dated one person from church, and
But but if you dated two, you was working it. I'm just
yeah,
trying,
exactly,
I'm just trying to get down.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly. So
That's
so
funny.
that's another thing too. So it's all good.
I
So
have never dated anyone that I worked with. Oh no, I did at my junior prom. I took the guy that I was working with to my junior prom, and I
is that
know
the
he
dude
had
at
a
from the
dress.
movie theater?
Yeah, look, I took the guy from the movie theater to junior prom, and guess what?
What?
He ain't had no money. I was like, we work. I do not have money, right?
He blew that money on that tux and that
So
corsage.
my daddy came. Look, my daddy, as we talk about,
Oh
my
Lord.
daddy came. He
Oh,
paid
Mr.
me and my
Jones.
girls meal. When we left them people, I left my date at dinner to figure out how he gonna wash dishes, and we went on to the prom.
You and your dad went to the prom?
No, me and my girl, but my dad drove us.
So you got the dude there at the restaurant?
That's the only guy that I've ever worked with that I took on that
So what
went
did
on
he
a date.
do? What did he
I don't
do?
know.
He
I
must have
don't
snuck
know.
out. He must have ran out on his tab. But
He
did you
might
eat
have.
too?
I did. My daddy paid for my meal and my girl's meal, and him and his boy. Neither one of them had money.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but that was the only guy that I've ever dated in the workplace. I've never, and I
And you
wouldn't
and
date.
you knew his employment. You knew where he worked.
Exactly. I knew when
Oh
he got
my
paid.
God.
I knew. I knew how much he made an hour. I knew all that.
Wow. Well, he blew that money on that tux and that corsage, so he was out. He was busted.
Oh, all you had to do was say something, but not at the dinner table.
That at the dinner table,
You
yeah.
don't wait till you get to dinner to do that.
Yeah, that happened. That happened to me one. That happened to when I was young. That happened to me one time, and my cousin got up from like the girls was facing the girls was sitting. They back was to the bathroom. So when the check came, he was like, "Hey," he's like, "I gotta go to the bathroom right quick." So he was like, he was behind. He was like, "Hey, come here, right?" So I'm like, "What's up?" Right? I'm still. I know I ain't got no money, but I'm still good. I'm full and everything. I know I ain't got no money, right? He talking about, "Hey, man. You got some money?" I pulled out like 3 little crinkled up dollars, right? He was like, we gonna have to do something, right? So we went back to the table. So we was like, "Hey, we don't have no money." The girl's like, "We thought y'all had money." We was like, "No, we don't got no money." I said, "Keisha, come on, man, don't act like that." The girl name wasn't Keisha, it was Kim, right? That made it even worse, right?
I'm sure it did.
So they got the car. The girls got the car and drove off and left it there. But we ran out on that check.
I'm telling. What
Crazy.
restaurant was it?
It was I think it was Denny's or something like that.
You owe them.
Yeah. But they would never get it back. It was racist. That's why they was racist. That was racist. Donald Trump must have owned Denny's or something. They were racist.
Oh God. Don't even bring that.
Speaking of money.
I was about to say.
Speaking of money, speaking of account, and this is major for a lot of young couples. If you're a couple, should you have one account?
I think we should have one of many.
One of many?
Yeah, I think that we need to have a joint account. I think that account is the one that will take care of the household.
Excuse me.
God bless you.
I'm sorry. I got allergies today.
Is that what you? Oh, you really do. God bless you.
Goodness. Yeah.
I'm just looking at that big wad of paper in front of you. It wasn't the allergy. It was
I got allergies. But yeah, but you were saying.
I was saying I think that we need one account to make sure that the household is taken care of. I was waiting on you. and then but I am gonna have my own money.
Okay.
And he won't know how much.
Okay. He won't know how much?
No, he don't need to know how much of my own money I got.
But y'all are together.
We are.
Y'all a couple though.
It's okay. We still will be.
Okay, but you know what the Bible, the good book says is y'all supposed to come.
Tell me what it say. In which translation?
Huh?
In which translation? Everybody want to bring up what the Bible say. Go ahead.
The Bible says you're supposed to be as one. So you're supposed to have the same. Okay, now let me put it. When I was married, before I was married, man, I was so bad with money. I would be like, okay, if I did a show for $1,000, right? They would give me the deposit. I spend the deposit on the day of the show. They would give me, after I finished, they would give me another $500. So what I would do is
not $30. I'm sorry. I said not $30.
Not $30. No, they would give me $500, right? So what I would do is I would go and put $300 in the house, like out in a drawer or something like that, and put $200, keep $200 on me. So my wife was like, "You can't do that." I said, "What you talking about?" She said, "You can't do that. You gotta make it all into one pot. You can't do that." Which actually she was right, So because I was like, "What you want some? You want some of it?" So what I had started doing was it was all in one pot. So we would join our money together, But then, like in the third or fourth year of our marriage, I started getting my own account. But I had to get my own account anyway because I was doing the shows. So I would like have my flyer money and my my building. If I wanted to rent a building, I had to have my building money and my artist to pay my artist money. So I didn't want that to be mixed in with the regular money. So I would just go and do my own thing. Now I did it in privacy. So when she found out, she saw this money. She was like, "What you doing with all this money?" You know.
So I'm not a math major here, but I was listening to what you said. And you said they would give you 500 beforehand that you would spend.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got 500 afterwards, and you would give 300 to the household and
No,
200.
no,
So that means you had
no.
$700 on your own.
No, I would put $300 in a drawer at home and carry $200 on my person.
So you still got $700, and you was only getting 300 to the household.
Okay.
No.
No.
No, at least you could have. I mean, if you had did 500, you kept, and 500 you give to the house, at least you put in half.
You think so?
Yeah, seven.
Okay.
Seven.
Well, maybe I did it all wrong. No.
But but I will say this. I'm like you said, I am not the money person. I mean, I know the basics. I know pay my bills.
Right. But see,
That's all I know.
but see, like I'm not. I mean, I'm clearly not the money person because I can go. I can spend money. You know. But if you have a level head
Yeah.
of dollars and cents, then I will definitely give you my check or how much I'm getting, and you can give me an allowance. That's fine, long as the
Okay.
bills are being paid. Long as I have some type of allowance. Long as I'm not coming up to you with like a crackhead. Like, can I get $5, please? As long as I give me a sandwich for the weekend or something like that, So
So you would not. Let's say your business aside, you wouldn't want to have your own money beyond that.
if it made the household go, if it made
If what?
if it made the household go, if everybody was happy, then I
See,
I
but that's
would
what
I,
I said.
I would concede it. I would concede to letting her do the bills and have my money or whatever. Now, if I wanted like if I want some Jordans, maybe I can go to her like, "Hey, babe, I'm about to go get $200 out the account or whatever for some Jordans," But that would be once in a while. But like with my shows and everything, like I said, I had flyer money, I had building money, I had to pay my artists or whatever. I would keep that money to the side, So then like my $1,000 would turn into $700 because I had to take some money out and put it to the side and keep putting it to the side.
So you just gave your household $100
I gave my household what?
because for yourself, and then 200 for your Jordans. You just gave the house $100.
No. George is separate. George is separate. But
I'm just,
but if
I'm doing
but if I wanted some Jordans, I would go to her and be like, "Hey, can I get two?" I mean, it's all in the pot.
from the 300 that you donate.
No,
You
no, no, you, no,
200.
no, no, no. You collected all. You collected all that money together. That's separate.
But you spent 500.
Okay, if I had $1,000, right?
Uh-huh.
I would give 900 to the house. Now, this is me now. I would give 900 to the house and keep $100 on my person.
And then ask for 200 for Jordans,
No,
which is now
no, no,
that.
not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
I'm just doing your math. They got that new math, this mental math, and I'm just like,
Right.
it don't sound like. So how much is she supposed to give?
She would put her old check in. So I know I'm talking about this. So at the time, she made like about $2,800 every other week.
Okay.
So but like, I mean, I'm doing like 3 shows like a weekend, whatever. So that's about the same, So I would like let her go ahead and do it, and she would just do the bills, or then it flip flop. Sometimes I would do the bills, sometimes she would do the bills, So.
But out your account where she puts all the money and you put in $200.
No, out the account, I will put all my money in.
Just messing with you.
You get me confused.
I was just doing the math that you told me.
Right. I would put all the money in and then pay the bills, and then what's left over is left over. So you got groceries, which you do together. You got fun time, family time, where you might want to take the kids to Kings Dominion or the Bahamas or something like that. So
You can't do either one of them leaving the family with $200 because you gotta have your Jordans.
right, but that's where the pot grows. If you don't
Oh,
touch the money, the pot grows.
oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we having separate accounts. Yeah, I know.
You just want your money. You just want your money. That's all.
I'm going to no. So don't get me wrong.
You want your
I
you
am going to. So let me say this. When I'm coming into this, I have always, I mean, I've been a single mother for 20 years now. Like, I understand how to take care of the household. So the household will always be taken care of. But then I like to do things and I like to go places and
but but at the same time, okay, in the beginning, some of those things gonna have to stop.
huh?
Yeah, some of those things gonna have to stop.
Huh?
That's real talk. You can't get your nails done every weekend. You might have to not get your
I
hair
have
done.
my own account. And what you gonna give up? Nope. Nope.
He gonna give up. He gonna give up. I don't know if he play Madden, but he gonna give up some of them games,
That's
and
different.
he
That's different.
and
It's not the same kind
and
of
then
news.
and then if he drinks, he gonna give up. The liquor and all the other stuff. So
Mm-mm. I ain't
no,
giving up anything.
yeah. Well,
I
I
will
like this.
maintain what I have and some.
Okay. Hey, are you moving to Texas?
Huh?
Are you moving to Texas?
No, I'm not moving to Texas.
Okay.
But
Okay.
and it's funny because my girl right here, she was like, I'm always on like he has military discount. I do everything with the military. I got mad at him because he didn't bring his card in one day. He left his ID in the car. And I was like, you go get I do a lot of discounts, I do a lot of hookups, I do what I need to do. And I so I don't have to not do. I'm getting my nails
Well,
done.
Robert, sometimes you're gonna have to concede into it. Your facial expressions are priceless. Concede into having uh those things that okay. What if you have an emergency? What if you have a family crisis? You still want to get
Different. That's different. That's different. A crisis
okay.
is different. A crisis means you're going to sacrifice. Now, I'm not that mean, but when Trump concedes, I'm going to concede.
Okay.
That ain't happening. I'm going to be just like him.
Hmm. Okay.
I didn't lose yet.
I know that's right. Well, that is the end of our podcast.
Oh, but wait a minute before we end, Sean. Can you tell me about your book? Because we have new people that came on tonight, and I don't know if they know about your
You go
book.
first. You go first.
About your book? I have
Okay.
his and he has mine.
Okay. Let me see if we can do it right. Robin's book is Dee Dee's freshman year, and
Hmm.
I haven't finished reading it yet, but it's not a true story. It's not a true story. So I don't want you to think it's a true story, but it's very good for your child, like maybe in middle school, maybe in elementary school, middle school,
No, high school and up.
high school, and up. You might get some. You might get some intellectuals like Bubba Chuck who like to read.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Not yet. Look,
but
not yet.
it's about this girl named Dee Dee that lives the Baltimore life. She be slinging cocaine and heroin and everything. And okay, I'm sorry. No, she's a very intelligent girl and everything, but it just gives you in the mood of like when you was 13 of you being a freshman and
You was the child that was
yeah.
in my class that we know didn't read the book. You was a child.
Make it up.
And I'm like, oh, Sean, what happened to Sean? Anyway, Sean will be back in one more. He did not read my book, but let me tell y'all, Didi Freshman Year is a really good book about a young lady. It's a coming of age and what she goes through in high school, dealing with her family, dealing with her friends around her. Really good book. And then Sean also has a book, and it's called The Father, the Son, and the Comedian. And this is actually Sean's autobiography. I mean, he talks about pre-birth, he talks about birth, he talks about his teenage years dealing with his father, how he's grown into a comedian. Look, you were gone, but I'm gone on. So, and how he became a comedian, and how all of this has just affected him. They, especially like last week, we talked about him being a mama's boy, and you can so see it in this book.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
So definitely, you can catch Sean's book if you cash app him
At Big Sarv, Big Sarv,
dollar
Big
sign.
Sarv, and you can get Robin's book off of Amazon.com. Off of Amazon.com. So she told me she sold like 1,000 books already. So
I am
help out to sell 2,000 books.
this is Sean's second book. This is my first book. So I appreciate everyone that has actually bought my book, and those who read it. That's a bonus.
That's a bonus. You know what? That's a bonus to people. Because like, how long have you finished reading my book?
Don't start.
Okay.
No.
Well, I haven't finished reading your book, and your book is kind of thin.
I know, and yours going to take a month or two.
A novel, yeah. so at the same time, yeah, because people get the book, but people can have my book since like the beginning of September. Like, are you enjoying your book? Oh no, I ain't got to it yet. What? Now, and big shout out to Denise Hill, the gospel lady. She has, I believe she has 3 books out. I read one. I am behind on 2. She bought my book today, so I really appreciate this. Cool. I have to catch up with Denise Hill and her book. I got so many books to read, but this is a winner. This is definitely a winner. So
when you read it, it'll be a winner.
Yeah. But what I read so far, it's a winner. It's a winner.
It actually is a real. I'm not just saying it because it's mine, but it's actually a really cool book. And like each time that this was like a huge project for me. And even though it's thin, it's a huge project for me because I was really discouraged throughout the process and scared to publish. So I am very proud of.
Are you scared to publish?
Because I was writing it, and I just wanted to write. I didn't know that I really wanted the world to experience it, but I'm glad I did because like I had like my girl Kiva here, she's right up in here, and she has been with me and like has encouraged me along the way, and she was like, "This is so good," and
hey, Kiva.
Hey, Kiva. And so like it was like people like Kiva that said, just do it, And so, I mean, to make it happen, and it's in the book. Like I wrote a little letter at the end, and it talks about, this was like a 10 to 15 year project. I wrote it in like 2 years, but.
Wow. Yeah. Well, yeah, this is my second. This is my second book. First book was Lost in Love. A GPS to a Christian relationship, and that did well. That did really well. But despite of COVID, my next book, The Father, the Son, the Comedian, is doing well. It would do better if I could sell it at my shows, but everything is virtual.
Yeah.
So I'm still trying to sell it and everything, but it will fly. This a book critic has read my book, and he was like, it was one of his top 5 books he ever read. It's a balance of funny, and it's a balance of stuff that's heart-provoking. So definitely, you want to get the book. So that's Big Sarv, Big Sarv, BIGSARV on Cash App.
All right.
All right. And I wrote the book in like about 3 months. But you say you wrote the book in like 2 months?
No, it took me longer, but it wasn't that it just took a lot of
It
thought.
was
It
in
was
your heart.
I just had my son. I mean, there was just a lot going on,
Yeah.
but I knew I had to write it. So.
Right. Absolutely. So that's enough courage for you, new writers out there, you writers that supposed to have books or have unwritten books on your shelf. So take it from us.
Okay? Absolutely.
So thank you, Robin.
All right.
So like if this is your first time experiencing us, we're here every Thursday night. Every Thursday at 7 o'clock. So you can go on YouTube, subscribe, hit the subscribe button or whatever. We love
Beauty and the Comedian.
Yeah, Beauty and the Comedian. The Beauty. Is it the Beauty or Beauty and the Comedian?
Beauty and the Comedian.
Okay, and you can email us at
beautyandthecomedian@gmail.
Okay. All right. And if it's a subject that you want us to talk about, you can inbox us, Robin D. Jones on Facebook and Sean Sarvis 1 and 2 on Facebook. Do you have an Instagram?
I do.
But
I do.
Okay. Every time I talk to you, you seem like I'm just trying to get in your business.
Because you are. And then when you get in my business, you tell everybody.
I don't tell nothing.
Yes, you do.
Thank y'all for listening and for us to have your time. God bless you, and we'll see you next Thursday.
Peace.